Organizationally, you've been involved in business success stories that within organizations that have grown exponentially, that have, I can imagine, increased their staff bases, or must have felt at least
Mhm.
exponentially. How do you maintain culture in a fast-growing organization?
Yeah, every day. Yeah, but it's hard. I think um, culture has to be managed, right? It's not something that you actively have to manage culture. You can't just let it happen because otherwise, then at critical mass, if you keep on hiring more and more people, they'll naturally build a culture, which might not be the one that you want in your organization. And I think that I would say probably Amazon is the only company I've worked for um, that that has actively managed that culture. There's a moment from my experience, which I think I've probably mentioned many a time, is my very first day, my very first week at Amazon, based out in Munich, and I get into the lift with Ralph, who was the MD of the Amazon business out there. Ralph's still the MD of Amazon. He joined Amazon in 1999, still there, running Germany. Wonderful guy. And so I get in, like, a very, very experienced leader, and I get in a lift with him, and we just done our metrics review. This 120-page document, all the metrics, typical numbers guy. I'm super excited, loved it. And Ralph asked me, well, so how did you find that meeting? And wanting to like, first week, it's like, okay, my opportunity to give a balanced view, but also like to try and get some airtime. This is my elevator pitch, quite literally. And so I go through diligently talking about how the metrics could be better, how they could be linked, how the team had done, like, certain parts of the business I thought the team were on top of it, other parts I didn't think they were. And I thought, yes, this is like, I was just given this perfect answer. So proud of myself. And then Ralph just turns and says, yeah, you've just completely missed the point, of what that meeting's about. And that's like the fall to earth moment. I was like, oh, like, what just happened? Is like, the reason for that meeting is it's audit. It's to make sure that people keep their noses in the details of their business. Stay connected to the details, because that's where you find out what's really going on. So it's a forcing function to stay connected. And the second thing is to teach culture. It's about behavior. What is it like to work here? It's a teaching moment. It's a reinforcement of culture. And that meeting happened in every single country, every single week for an hour of just going through those metrics. But it's not a metrics review, it's a behavioral setting of how the organization works. And if you take a massive step back in the life of an organization, that 1 week of metrics in itself isn't going to change the organization's success, because it's kind of that Liverpool losing the game last week. That 1 week doesn't change it. But that moment to teach culture absolutely reinforces or can destroy organization. So that repetitiveness of teaching culture is huge. And so I think that it's every meeting you're in, how you're behaving that meeting, the language you're using. It's the constant. Yeah, it is the one constant in an organization, is continually focus on what is the culture we're building, the behaviors, and just reinforce those. Yeah, really hard to do. But if you do it, it becomes just the thing that you do.